Good afternoon. So we shall start our English class afternoon session. So in the morning, all of you listened for internal tenses. I think all of you were able to follow what I was teaching. So we were looking at future tense, right? We were looking at future tense, and in the future tense, right? Future continuous tense. Now we shall come to future continuous tense, right? I gave you the future continuous, future perfect, right? Okay. There's now one more tense, future perfect continuous tense. Okay, future perfect continuous tense. Future perfect continuous tense, right? So this future perfect continuous tense, right? And we'll see how it will be in the positive. Subject plus will have been, excuse me, will have been plus V1 plus ing. Okay? Subject plus will have been, shall have been, plus verb plus ing. So look at this example for this sentence. He will have been playing cricket for 2 hours. For over 2 hours. Cancel. For over 2 hours. He will have been playing cricket for over 2 hours. Right? Positive. Subject plus will have been or shall have been plus V1 plus ing. Right? Positive. Negative. Subject will not have been will not have been, or shall not have been, or shall not have been, plus V1 plus ing plus object. Right? Subject plus will not have been, shall not have been, plus V1 plus ing plus object, plus V1 plus ing, okay, plus object. Okay. Right. So they will not have been grazing. Look at the example here. They will not have been grazing the cattle since morning. Since morning. Okay, they will not have been grazing the cattle since morning. Okay, so in the negative. Okay, so future perfect continuous. So with that, we have finished this tenses. We have finished tenses. So once you come here, we can do the exercise. Okay, so next we shall move on to articles. Yeah, we shall move on to articles. I hope you are writing down this in your books, right? I hope you are writing it down. I told you to maintain one book for English. Okay, so all of you note it down, write this down in your books. Okay, clear? Okay. I gave you positive and negative, an example is there. Okay, don't forget to write the examples and write down this verb construction. Okay, so we shall go to the next point, next item in our syllabus. Okay, next item in our syllabus. Now we are in chapter 3. Okay, I want to remind all of you, we are in chapter 3. We are in chapter 3, grammar. Grammar, we have done concord, we have done modals, we have done tenses. Next we shall do articles. We shall do articles. Okay, I hope all of you are thorough with this, familiar with this, articles. We shall do articles. Okay, have you written it down in your books? Shall I erase? Okay. Right, now let's go to articles. Articles, okay, articles. So what are the articles in English language, right? Articles, what do the articles do? Articles give some definiteness to the noun. Articles specify or give some definiteness to the noun, okay, right? So the articles in English language are, what are the articles in English language? The articles in English language are a, an, A and the. A and the. Okay. That is, these are the articles in English language. These are the articles in English language. Right. So the articles in English language are a, and the. Right. So these articles, they play some definiteness. Okay. Definite article, indefinite article. So indefinite article is a and an. You see here that indefinite indefinite article. Indefinite articles are, okay, right, a and an. A and an. And definite article is the. Definite article is the. Right? Is it clear, all of you? Right. So indefinite article, that is, when we use the indefinite article, that means the noun is not a particular one. We are not referring to a particular thing. Okay? Right? See, for example, I have a pencil. Look at this example here. Look at this example. Okay. I have a pencil. So here A means, okay, one and any pencil, not a particular pencil. I have a pencil, that's all. Right? It's general statement. I have a pencil. It is not talking about any particular pencil. I have a pencil. Right? So when we use this indefinite article, right? Before we use the indefinite article before singular countable noun. Before singular countable noun. Any. Okay? So we use this indefinite article a and an when we want to indicate that the noun is not a particular one, not a particular noun. A means it can be used again against indefiniteness. And when do we use an? We use an we use before vowels and before vowels and also when the first letter of a word has a vowel sound. Has a vowel sound. Okay, when the first letter is a vowel, and also when the first letter, even though it's not a vowel, if it has a vowel sound, then we use an. Then we use and. Did you understand, all of you? Is it clear? Right? So when do we use an? Right? He is an old man. Old man. Okay? Right? A-E-I-O, because vowel sound, he is an old man. For example, he is an old man. He is an old man. Are you writing down your books, all of you? Take it down in your books. Take it down, all of you. I hope you are writing it down in your books, right? Okay, next we shall see definite article, the. Definite article, the. Have you written it down in your books? Quickly. Come on, hurry up. Right? Shall I erase the blackboard? He is an old man for this an. Okay. Right. The. Okay, so a definite article, take down. A definite article indicates that noun is a particular one. Is a particular one. Is a particular one. Right? Is a particular one. Identifiable to the listener. Particular one. Identifiable to the listener. Identifiable to the listener, right? So, the book. I want the book. That means a particular book, right? I am reading the newspaper. That means a particular newspaper which is in my hand. I am reading it. So, the refers to something particular. Okay. So, a definite article indicates that its noun is a particular one, identifiable to the listener. So, you can associate with the sentence. When I say I am reading the newspaper, I can associate the sentence with the newspaper that is in my hand. Right? Hope you understand. Is it clear, all of you? Right? So take it down. I hope all of you are taking it down in your books. Definite article. For example, the teacher is writing on the blackboard. The teacher is writing on the blackboard. The teacher is writing on the blackboard. Right. We also have this zero article. Did you write it down, all of you? All this, did you write it down in your book? Look at the exam. The teacher is writing on the blackboard. Teacher is writing on the blackboard. Okay, did you write it down in your books? Right. Okay, so here zero article. Now one more thing, we have another aspect called zero article. Here zero article is the absence of an article. Zero article is the absence of an article. Zero article. What is this? What is this zero article? Zero article is absence of an article. Absence of an zero article is an absence of an article. We don't use article. There is no need to use an article in this situation. So, for example, go to the school is wrong. Go to the school is wrong. Okay, we have to just say go to school. Go to school. Okay, I'll explain why. Okay, just take it down. I hope you are able to understand what I am teaching, and I hope you are able to follow carefully. Okay, go to the school. No, it's wrong. We don't say go to the school. We just say go to school. Go to school. Right. Okay. Examples, okay, you okay, we will do some exercise. I'll give you some exercise. You do some exercise. Did you write it down, all them? Are you taking it down in your books? Okay. Take down this. Fill in the blanks. Fill in the blanks with suitable article. with suitable articles. Fill in the blanks with suitable articles. Okay. She became dash scientific writer. The company is in dash busy locality. Okay, locality. The company is in dash locality. Next. She goes to college. She goes to dash college every day. I have dash umbrella with me. Shimla is a very is dash very popular hill resort. Shimla is dash very popular hill resort. Then next. I have learnt dash I have learned dash English language last year. Language. Okay. So why don't you do this exercise? Just take some time and just fill in the blanks with suitable articles. All of you able. She became dash scientific writer. The company is in dash busy locality. She goes to dash college every day. I have dash old umbrella with me. Shimla is dash very popular hill resort. I have learned dash English language last year. Think carefully, read the sentence and whether you should give article a or an or the, which is suitable. Okay. Shall we discuss the answers? Are you ready, all of you? Okay, so she became a scientific writer. The company is in a busy locality. She goes to college every day. She goes to the college? No, here nothing. She goes to college every day. Okay, I have an old umbrella with me. Shimla is a very popular. I have learned the English. Okay, I have learned the English language last year. Did you understand? Okay, I have learned the English language last year. So articles. What are the articles in English? There are three articles: a and the. A and an are indefinite article, and the is definite article. The is definite article. Right? So when we say a boy is walking on the road. We don't know any boy. It can refer, I am referring any other boy. But when I say the boy with the red shirt is walking on the road. So when I say the boy, if I'm talking about a particular boy. I'm talking about a particular boy and a particular individual. The boy wearing a red shirt and brown pants, okay, is my friend. So here, right, we are using this, we said the boy, a particular boy. What kind of boy? A boy wearing, okay, red colored shirt and brown pants. The boy wearing a red colored shirt and brown pants is my friend. Right? Next, I have an old umbrella with me. I have an old umbrella. Okay? Old items, old umbrella. And then she goes to college. No, it's wrong. We don't use a or the. She goes to college every day. There's no need for you to put a article there. There's no need for you to put an article there. Right? She goes to college every day. Next, Shimla is a very popular hill resort. Shimla is a very popular hill resort. I have learned the English language last year. I have learned the what? The English language. The refers to English language. Okay. So next we shall move on to prepositions. So articles, I think I'll give some more exercises once you come to college. Now we shall move on to prepositions. Prepositions. Did you write it down, all of you? Shall I erase the canvas? Okay? Right? Okay, next we are moving on to preposition. Okay, what are these prepositions? Prepositions are the parts of speech. Okay, how many parts of speech? I told you last class there are 8 parts of speech. There are 8 parts of speech. And what are the 8 parts of speech? Okay, noun, pronoun, verb, adverb, adjective, preposition, conjunction, interjection. So this preposition are words which show us the relation between the subject and the object. Which show us the relationship between a subject and object. So preposition are words which are used to indicate some action or a particular location or a particular place or a particular situation. So when you read the preposition or when you read a sentence having a preposition, you can understand that it is conveying some particular message, general message. So prepositions are words which are used, right, in a sentence, and these prepositions connect the subject and the object. They give meaning to the sentence. Like for example, okay, so prepositions are a class of words. Prepositions are a class of words, that indicate that indicates relationship between nouns and pronouns, pronouns and other words in a sentence. Right. So preposition are a class of words that indicates relationship between nouns, pronouns and other words in a sentence. Like for example, it joins the subject and the object. It gives proper meaning to the subject and the verb. So when we say the cat is hiding under the table, that means the cat is hiding in a particular position, and that particular position we have that word under. So preposition is a word which talks about location or the place, and it's called the word which connects two parts of a sentence into one complete sentence. Okay? Linking words, linkers. Prepositions are linkers. The market, he went to the market. So he and market, okay, both are connected by the preposition he went to the market. Right? Hope you understand. Is it clear, all of you? Right. So we shall continue tomorrow. Please try to follow carefully the class. Thank you for listening.